YouTube, what's up? Riz here from Frogs Angels, and I'm bringing you some more Infinite Warfare class setups. I covered my favorite guns for public matches. I'm going to cover my favorite perks and rigs to use in public matches. Maybe a little competitive info too, what to use, but mainly public matches. So let's just get into it. Starting with the perks, only must use is Ghost in public matches. Really like that. That's the only must use perk. If you're playing Search, then I guess Dead Silence can be another one that you have to use. As far as like competitive Search, what I play, what most people play in competitive, Dead Silence is the only one you like really need. But as far as public matches and respawn, what most people play, or team deathmatch, stuff like that, Ghost only one you really need to use. A perk I'm really starting to like is Cold Blooded. You're obviously off the radar in UAVs with Ghost, and if you notice, might still have some players coming out shooting at you, knowing where you're at, even with Ghost on. It might be because of Cold Blooded, or I should say, it might be because of personal radar, which Cold Blooded blocks. Uh, so you're not off the personal radar if you have Ghost on. You're off it if you have Cold Blooded on. So go ahead and throw on Cold Blooded with Ghost, and you should be completely off the radar. You should not have guys coming out shooting at you, stuff like that. So I like to run Ghost and Cold Blooded mainly. Next favorite perk, I know like a lot of people like to use Recon Blind Eye. I never really was a fan of stuff like that, even though they are pretty solid. So I know some people like to use that, but I like Blast Shield. Keeps you alive longer. If you get nades thrown at you, some explosive score streaks. So Blast Shield is pretty solid. Same with Dexterity, pretty solid one. Sleight of hand and switch weapons faster. But mainly, if I'm going to go double up on a first perk, it would be Blast Shield. Um, Also, attack resist pretty solid. I mean, it's pretty annoying when you get stunned and some guy comes and kills you. It doesn't happen too often, but that's one to kind of play it safe perk, I should say, just to keep you from getting stunned, but nothing really needed too much. And tracker's pretty OP, but don't really see the need for it. I guess other ones are more needed. Hardwired isn't bad, but really these are the two main ones. Blast Shield will be my next choice, just to keep a streak alive. Um, Real quick, if we're talking about lethals tacticals, I mean, I try to stay away from these crazy ones, kind of like classic COD players. So I prefer cluster grenade. Um, as far as tactical, Dome Shield banned in competitive, but if you're playing domination public matches, Dome Shield is great. Um, you can get really good with it, practice with it, and gets really OP. But for the most part, Jammer Grenade and Blackout Grenade are my favorites. Blackout Grenade's like a stun. Jammer is like an overpowered EMP, so personally, I choose the overpowered EMP Jammer Grenade. That would be my favorite tactical. I like to use that on most of my classes, actually. Really helps. Onto the rigs for public matches. Start with Warfighter. I don't really like the claw too much. It takes a while to get, and I mean, there's some guns in the weapons in the game that are just as good. So fun to use, I guess, but nothing crazy. Overdrive's actually a really underrated one. Nowhere near the best, but really underrated. I think it's better for like in gunfights than Black Ops 3 was. Black Ops 3 was kind of use it to rush to a spot. Could be used as that in this game, and it could be used to like while you're in gunfights. There's multiple guys trying to shoot at you. They should miss you, and you have a chance to kill them. So really underrated one. Trait resupply is the one I've been using. I know these are probably pretty good. Oh yeah, this persistence is really good for score streaks. Use higher score streaks. If you use higher score streaks, use persistence. But resupply, if you're using lethals and tacticals, I'd recommend using that. You get them back, pretty nice. Mainly a search and destroy type trait, I guess, which I play a lot of. But Merc, reactive armor is very good, very good. Better than I think it's better than kinetic armor from Black Ops 3 because for me, for some reason, when I used kinetic armor for the first time or just whenever, I like wanted to use it when I was like in mid gunfight that I was about to lose and I was like hurt, or if I was hurt from one guy, I killed him and I knew another guy was coming to shoot at me. I would turn it on. I would just be an instinct, I guess, even though I haven't used anything like that before. I would just turn it on, but it's almost like it didn't. I would think it would give me extra health, but it didn't feel that way in Black Ops 3. I felt like I died at pretty much the same amount of bullets because I was already hurt. So in Black Ops 3, you kind of had to turn it on before you're in the gunfight. This one is you can turn it on before you're in a gunfight and really eat bullets, or you can turn it on like the way I was saying. You can turn it on when you're hurt and about to be in another gunfight, and it's really good for that. You'll eat more bullets. So I think it's one of the better ones for staying alive. And infusion is ridiculous. One of the better traits. You actually regenerate health a little slower in this game than the past Call of Duties, so this one makes it a little faster than normal Call of Duty. So it's really helps for this game just because the normal health regen's a little bit slower than normal. So this one's very good. I just hate how the Merc is just so big, it kind of gets spotted out pretty quick. Synaptic, one of my favorites in the game because it's got two solid payloads. Rewind, mainly a search and destroy one, basically glitch. Reaper, I don't think is as great as some people think. I know people think it's overpowered. I mean, it's pretty easy to kill, but I don't really use that. Equalizer's great for public matches, going on some streaks. You can rack up a lot of kills. And stacking Equalizer with combat burst is pretty ridiculous because after each kill you run faster, and just if you have those dual miniguns, turrets, whatever these are, it's just really good stack, Equalizer and combat burst. Really like Rushdown, kind of like Advanced Warfare movement system. You can dash with the left stick. Only negative with this is if you use it for a while and you're doing good with it, and then you try to switch something else, you're gonna be pushing that left stick to dash, and you're not gonna have it because you're just used to using it. That's the only negative I think, but it's a very good one to use. FTL, like this guy a lot too. Eraser's fun to use, nothing like crazy. FTL jump is personally I use that right now for competitive search and destroy. Really good one to win a one-on-one gunfight, maybe even get a two-piece. Uh, but phase shift very overpowered for public matches. Basically active camo. It's like using active camo and you have a 100% guarantee of not dying while you're in it. That's what it's like. So it's better than active camo. You get behind guys. The only thing is you can't see them, but you have a good idea where they're at. It's very overpowered. Might be the best one for public matches. One of the best, if not. Perception, very good. Really gives you a lot of awareness in the game. I know competitive, these two are banned. First two are banned, so I use Power Slide, which at first I didn't like because I kind of the slide just kind of drags on. It's too much, but it's actually better than I thought. Because you can aim in and shoot very easily while doing this, and it doesn't take much of your boost meter off. So it's actually better than I thought. Pretty solid one. Not one of the best traits in the game though, but it's good. Striker is kind of a search and destroy guy, I think. Maybe a bomb carrier. I don't really like these first two. Centuron is basically a trophy system and like a mini Guardian, like the score streak from past Call of Duties. And I mean, you won't get as much range as it, but you'll get hit markers if guys are by it. So it's a very, very good one to use in search and destroy. You put it on the bomb, takes a little while to get though. And then trophy drone is basically taking the spot of blast shield, just block nades. So that's a pretty good one. Really not too needed for like respawn or anything, but solid search and destroy guy. I'm surprised I haven't seen more of him or this more search and destroy. Phantom, very good. The sniper thing kind of sucks, but Pulsar is basically Vision Pulse, but better. Um, I mean, that pretty much explains it. Really, really good. Active Camo is Active Camo from Black Ops 3, but it's also better. I'm pretty sure they're nerfing it, though. It lasts a little too long, and it doesn't drain that fast when you're on bomb sites and stuff. So as of now, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's still going to be good when they nerf it, but it's ridiculous right now. So one of the better ones. And rear guard is good. People think, like, if you tested it, I know some people tested it, they say it goes away in one bullet, but one bullet is a lot in this game. Like, you get hit with one less bullet because the shield blocks it. That's a lot in this game because you can die in like 3 bullets. Sometimes it feels like 2, so I think it's better than people think. And these other two are okay too, but I like rear guard. And pretty much my favorites are FTL and Synaptic to use. But I mean, and really all of them are good. And yeah, that'll do it for perks and rigs. Please check out the other videos showing my favorite guns. I'm going to do a competitive weapon setup in the future, near future. Some more class setups for public matches with some gameplay, stuff like that. So please like and subscribe. I'm trying to get more likes so we can keep doing these. And that'll do it. Goodbye.